Good afternoon. I'm Nick Rosa and one of the co-founders of EXCELERATE. Thank you. That's great to hear because about 15 months ago, Kapil, Sam, Troy, and myself were sitting around worrying whether we'd get enough applicants to the first EXCELERATE program. This year we were worried about whether we'd be able to seat all the investors, so it's come a long way. I've spent a lot of time in large companies, but for the last 5 or 6 years I've been involved in creating, starting, funding, building, and growing new businesses. And I can tell you the true innovation in our country is going to come from these new businesses, from entrepreneurs like the ones you see today, tens, 20, scores more in the city of Chicago, thousands more across the country. And while these presentations are fun and we're having a great time, this is really important work. The idea of innovation is really important because most of the big problems facing us today, whether it's healthcare, education, or financial services, those problems are going to be solved not by the large institutions, which in large part cause the problems, but by entrepreneurs and by innovation and new technology, like you're seeing today. I'm very proud to introduce our next speaker, a friend and someone I've known for years, someone who is committed to creating an environment in Chicago where new businesses can be created, someone who has a passion for using technology to help people in their everyday lives, someone who shares a couple things with the EXCELERATE group, serious financial funding issues in front of them, and a whirlwind last 100 days, our mayor, RAHM Emanuel.
Hey guys, how are you? Nick said I'm a tech-savvy mayor. I am because I have a 14-year-old at the house. Turn that on. Fix it. Download whatever I need. I also do. Truth is, I have a funding issue. Yours pale in comparison. If you want to swap, I'll do it any day. But here's what we share in common. Obviously, they're different in size and scope, but they're not different in what their mission is. Mine are making sure that we balance our resources by creating jobs and economic opportunity. Yours are also about funding so you can create jobs and economic opportunity. Everything I do, whether it's on the transportation system, our schools, our cultural life, our quality of life, our budget, all adds up to making sure that Chicago is the best place to start a business, find a job, or raise a family. Now, what I'm excited about, and I'm talking to all the investors now, last year, the 10 companies that were selected, $7 million in raise, 71 jobs in a year. I'd love to have those numbers in the city of Chicago. Some people in the workforce think that's all I want is 71 jobs left when I'm done. Now that is not what I want, but I want a workforce that's focused on delivering a product to the taxpayers and the residents of the city of Chicago. But you have a very successful group of entrepreneurs. Now, one of the great challenges I have, and not challenges, great opportunity here is all the decisions I was talking about making were about the same mission that you have here. You have great companies. Now, in my first 100 days that have been described as a world, as President Clinton once said, I am a gale force of wind, or how do you say it? He said, a breath of fresh air at gale force. But to infuse a sense of energy and mission to what we're doing. Now, we were able, because of our city, because we're not scared of our future, but willing now to shape it, GE is putting 1,000 jobs into the city of Chicago, going from 1,100 to 2,100. United Airlines could have picked any city. In Chicago is getting the operations center, 1,300 jobs. Allscripts, one of the leaders in health IT, 300 additional jobs here in the city of Chicago. Walgreens is moving their e-commerce, 300 jobs, not counting their neighborhood investment, their e-commerce is coming to the city of Chicago. Motorola Solutions, 400 jobs. You keep clapping. Somebody's going to catch on. Thank you. Now, The reason those big companies, publicly traded companies, are investing in their operations, because Chicago has a workforce, an energy, a smarts to it. We also have our investments in our public infrastructure, our mass transit system. People can get to and from work quickly. They can move goods and services quickly. As you know, because of our location, which was key to the airport, which was key to the intermodal system, it is also key to the broadband backbone of this country. We're uniquely situated for a lot of the companies that are in here. And we're an attractive investment, something that you cannot get from a price point of standpoint in either coast. We are the third coast. I want all the investors from around the country and around the world that are here to know we have the best quality workforce. Major universities, 2 of the top business schools out of the top 4 based here in Chicago. 2 national labs, IIT, University of Illinois, University of Chicago, Northwestern University, DePaul University, producing more computer science majors than any other college. Workforce, quality of life, great location, attractive prices. I feel like I'm doing an ad somewhere. At $9.99. No. So I want you to understand I am excited about what we're doing here. And not just excited to trumpet. In the past, municipalities have been a roadblock to young entrepreneurial companies. Because of the leadership of what Nick said, JB, Howard Tolman, and the others, the city of Chicago has partners to make sure that we're going to be a partner for these young companies to grow. We will not be a roadblock. We'll be a partner in making sure that they have what they need from a municipal level to see their dreams through for their workforce. You could not, now everybody's focused on the Groupon here in Chicago. You can't hire 180 people a week if you did not have a pool of a workforce. And that is the pool that some of these young companies will be able to pull from as well. Graduates in the computer science area, IIT, University of Illinois, or DePaul. People doing basic research at Fermi and Argonne, Northwestern, University of Chicago. We have all the pieces that make up that ecosystem. Large, medium, and small companies. I'm excited about these 10 companies. 300 applied. It's about 3% were selected. They're the most promising, and you look at the track record from last time, they are going to get all the backing to go from this stage to the ultimately their public stage. And that is the dream we have, so they will succeed. If they succeed, the city of Chicago succeeds. I want to thank you for this conference. I look forward to hosting many, many more, because New York, Silicon Valley, watch out, Chicago's coming. Thank you.